So student, today we are going to understand how to decide the product of chemical reaction. Whenever the chemical reaction takes place, products are formed. But what product is going to form, that we have to decide. Okay. So in order to understand that, we have to understand first what is electronic configuration and what is octet rule, and on that basis we have to understand the valency, and after understanding the valency we will be able to decide what product is going to form. Okay, so are you ready everyone?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So first we will understand about the electronic configuration. So I'm writing here today's heading, the electronic configuration. So can anybody or can anyone decide what is electronic configuration?
Yes, sir.
Electronic configuration. See, electronic configuration is nothing but the distribution of electron. The
Distribution of electron among its cells or orbitals.
yeah, the distribution of electrons around the nucleus, around the nucleus of an atom, of an atom in the distribution of electron around the nucleus of an atom in different energy level. In different energy levels. These energy levels are nothing but, we would say, the shells. They are nothing but the shells. Okay. So I'm just going to draw the general structure of atom. So we know atom have the center which is positively charged and which is called as beta nucleus. So this is the positively charged center of an atom called nucleus. And these are the different shells. Okay, these are the different shells. So we had to draw the spherical shells like this. So this is the first shell around the nucleus. I'm just representing it by the red color. Then this is the second shell, and I'm representing it by the blue color. This is the third shell, and I'm representing the third cell by yellow color, purple color, and this is the fourth cell. We'll draw the fourth cell only, fourth. Okay, and I'm just going to draw, represent by yellow. No, it is not visible, so I am just using different color for that. Okay, let it be. So I am going to use green color. Yeah. So these are the four cells I have drawn over here. These cells are nothing but a different energy level. Okay. So as we move away from the nucleus toward the outermost cell, energy level is increases. Okay. So here the first shell. Here we have the first shell, which is named as the K shell beta. It is K shell. K. Second cell is represents by L cell. L. Third cell is represents by M cell, and fourth cell is represents by beta N cell. So we have K, L, M, N cell. Understood everyone?
Yes,
everyone. Sir. Okay. So we have at the center, this is positively charged and it is called as beta nucleus. Okay, nucleus. And these four cells are called as the principal energy level, or they are also called as the orbitals. So I'm just writing shells. They are nothing but the shells. So the K cell, which is the first cell, okay, so its number is 1. L cell is second, so its number is 2. M is the third one, so its number is 3. And N is the fourth, so its number is 4. So how many electrons will come in first cell, in second cell, in third cell, and in fourth cell? How we are going to decide? By using the formula. So I'm writing here, we have 2n square formula to decide or to fill the number of electrons in particular cell. Okay, therefore see here n, that n represents the number of the shell. Okay, in 2n square formula, that n represents the number of the cell. Okay, so now we are going to decide how many electron will come on the first shell. So I'm writing here, first number of electrons in first cell. Okay, so for first cell, I'm writing here, for first cell, n is what? Number of the cell. So n will be 1, because the first cell is called as K, and which is the first cell, that's why n is equals to 1. So we have formula. What is formula? It is 2n square. That means if we will have n equals to 1, so it will become beta, it is 2 into 1 square. So what is 1 square? 1 square is 1, and into 2 is 2. That means 2 electron will come on the first shell. Okay, so I'm writing here 2 electrons. Okay, so 2 electron on the first cell. In second cell, for second cell, so I'm writing here number of electron in second cell. So for second cell, n equals to 2. So we have formula again, 2n square. So can we write 2? It is equals to 2 into 2 square. So 2 square is 4, and 4 2s are 8. So 8 electron will come on the second cell. So I'm writing here 8 electron. Likewise, we can determine how many electron will come on the third cell. Okay, so I'm writing here how many electron will come on the third cell. So number of electrons in third cell. For third shell, n will be 3, n equals to 3. Therefore again we have formula, it is 2n square. So it will become 2 into 3 square. 3 square is 9, and 9 2s are 18. Okay, therefore in third cell 18 electron will come. And in fourth cell, last for us, because we are having 7 cell. So I'm just discussing about the fourth cell, the last one. The number of electron in fourth cell. For fourth cell, n equals to 4. N will be 4. Therefore again we have formula, it is 2n square. So it will become 2 into 4 square. 4 square 16, and 16 2s are 32. So on fourth cell, maximum electron will come beta 32. Okay, understood that one part, everyone?
Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so take a screenshot.
Sir, sir, just
Yes?
a minute, sir. Sir, the nucleus is also known as kernel, right?
No. The positively charged central metal ions are called as beta kernels.
Yes, sir. The central metal ions.
Yes. Okay, so now we are going to write electronic configuration for first 20 elements. We will write electronic configuration for first 20 elements. Okay, so first element we have beta hydrogen. So, and hydrogen have atomic number 1. So, see, first cell will contain, I'm writing here, first cell may contain minimum 1 electron and maximum 2. Second cell will contain maximum 1 and minimum 8. Okay, and third cell, okay, minimum 1 and maximum will be 18. And in fourth cell, minimum 1 and maximum 32 electron will come. Is it or not? Yes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So in case of hydrogen, we have only 1 electron. So its electronic configuration will be beta 1. That's all, 1. Now then we have helium. Helium have atomic number 2. So see, first cell may contain maximum 2 electrons. So 2 electron will come on the first cell. Now we have beta lithium. Lithium have atomic number 3. So lithium's electronic configuration will be what? First cell will contain 2 electron and remaining will come on the second cell. Okay. Now for beryllium. Beryllium atomic number is 4. So its electronic configuration will be 2 and 2. After beryllium, we have boron. Boron's is electronic number or atomic number is 5. So its electronic configuration will be 2 and 3. Then after boron, we have carbon. Carbon have atomic number beta 6. Is it? So its electronic configuration will be 2 and 4. Then after carbon, we have nitrogen. Its atomic number is 7. So 2 and 5 will be the electronic configuration. Then we have oxygen. Its atomic number is 8. So its electronic configuration will be 2 and 6. After oxygen, we have fluorine. Fluorine have atomic number 9. So its electronic number will be 2, 7. And after fluorine, we have beta neon. Neon have atomic number 10. So its electronic configuration will be 2 and 8. Okay. So now we are going to discuss about the sodium. I'm just shifting that over here because we do not need that now. Yes, the fourth cell. Okay. So after neon, we have beta sodium. Sodium have atomic number 11. So it's
2,
electronic
8 and
yes, 2, 8. See, first cell contain 2 maximum. Okay, here we have maximum 2. In second cell maximum 8. So the remaining electron will come on the third cell. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8 and 1. After sodium, we have magnesium. Its electronic number is 12. So 2, 8 and 2. Then we have aluminium beta, aluminium. So aluminium have atomic number 3. So it is electronic configuration will be 2, 8 and 3. Who's that? Silicon have atomic number 14. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8 and 4. After silicon, we have beta phosphorus. Its atomic number is 15. So 2, 8 and 5 will be its electronic configuration. After phosphorus, we have sulfur, atomic number 16. So we have 2, 8 and 6. After sulfur, we have chlorine. Its atomic number is 17. So it is 2, 8, 7. And then we have beta argon. So argon have atomic number 18. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8 and 8. See, after filling the 8 electron, the next two electron will come on the fourth cell and then start filling that particular cell, third cell. So I'm writing here potassium. So potassium have atomic number 19. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8 and 1. And last we have calcium. Its atomic number is 20. So its electronic configuration will be 2, 8, 8, 2. Okay. So this is the way we had to write the electronic configuration. Okay. This is the atom, then it is electronic configuration. Now we are going to discuss here only about the valency. Okay. So hydrogen have only one electron. So it is going to,
Sir, I have a doubt.
Yes, beta, what's your name?
Rishi.
Yes, beta, Drishi. So now we are going to decide the valency. So for valency, we had to go through the octet rule. Anybody knows what is octet rule?
Yes, sir.
What is octet rule?
That there has to be 8 electrons in the valence.
Yes. In order to acquire stability, every atom must have 8 electrons in their outermost shell. Okay.
Sir, if it is true, what about the first cell, sir?
See, we are discussing about the element having cells like 2, 3, 4. Okay, first cell
Okay, sir.
will contain only 2 electrons. So for first cell, we have duplex rule of 2 electrons. And for octet rule is called as the rule of 8 electrons. Okay. So in order to, yes, so octet rule says, it is also called as rule of 8 electron. No? 8 electron. So that rule states that in order to acquire stability, every element must contain 8 electron in their outermost shell. Okay. So if no 8 electrons are present there, so in order to make 8 electron, element may lose electron, may gain electron, or may share electron with other elements. Okay. Okay. So we are going to discuss about the first atom, which is the hydrogen. So we know hydrogen have only one electron, so it is going to bond only one bond with other atom. So its valency is 1 beta. Okay. Helium have 2 electron in its first shell, and we know first cell contain only 2 electron. So its valency is 0. Helium is noble element. That's why its valency is 0. Okay. Lithium have electronic configuration 2 and 1. So we know in order to have two electron in its first shell, it is going to lose 1 electron. So its valency will be 1 beta. Now we have beryllium. Beryllium have outermost shell only 2 electron. So it will lose 2 electron. So its valency is 2 now. Then boron. Again boron. See, now we are going to use the octet rule. So octet rule says 8 electron must be there in outermost cell, but boron contain only 3 electron. So 3 electron is going to lose by the boron. So its valency will be 3. Now for carbon. So carbon have 4 electron in its outermost shell, and octet rule says 8 electron will come. So carbon may lose 4 electron, or may share electron, or may gain electron. Means its valency will be 4. See, carbon have valency 4, That's why carbon is called as beta tetravalent element. Tetravalent means the element having valency 4. Sorry. Now we are discussing about the nitrogen. So nitrogen have 5 electron in its outermost shell, and octet rule says 8 electron will come. So now nitrogen have two conditions, whether it is going to gain 3 electron or may lose 5 electron. So what is going to be easy for sodium? Nitrogen.
Gain 3.
Yes. So its
Nitrogen gain 3.
yes. So its valency will be 3. Likewise, oxygen will gain 2 electrons. So its valency is 2. Fluorine is going to accept 1 electron in order to make 8 electron in its outermost shell. So its valency is 1. Neon have 8 electron in its outermost shell, means it is stable. So its valency is 0. So can we see here, valency first increases from 1 to 4 and then decreases from 4 to 0. Is it or not?
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes. Okay, now sodium. What sodium will do? Will lose 1 electron. So its valency is 1. Again, the same thing. We have to repeat. 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 3, then 2, then 1, again 0. Then again 1, 2, etc. Okay. So this is the way we can decide the valency. So this is the atom. This is electronic configuration. Electronic configuration. And this is the valency. This is the valency. Okay. Everyone.
Okay, sir.
Yes. So this is the way we had to decide the electronic configuration and valency. We have not used any rocket science in order to understand that. We were only following certain rules and regulations provided by the previous scientists, and we'll be able to understand electronic configuration according to their energy level. Okay, everyone?
Okay, sir.
Yeah. So take a screenshot for that now.
Done, sir.
Everyone done?
Yes, sir, done.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
So yeah. So now how we will decide the product? Okay. Suppose in a reactant we have magnesium and we have chlorine. So we know magnesium. Where is magnesium? Here. Magnesium have valency 2. So I'm writing here beta 2. And chlorine have valency 1. So I'm writing here beta 1. So we have to just cross multiply. So we will require 2 chlorine and 1 magnesium. And we know magnesium is the metal. So it is electropositive in nature. So we have to write electropositive nature element first. So I am writing here beta Mg. And Mg will require 1 only, but chlorine will require 2. So I am writing here MgCl2. So see, this is the product that we can decide by knowing their valency. Is it? Is it? Do reply.
Yes, sir, it is.
Yes. So I'm just going to write here for aluminum. Aluminum have beta valency 3. See here we have aluminum 3. And I am using oxygen over here. And oxygen have valency 2. Okay. So we will require 3 oxygen and 2 aluminum. So the product will be what? Again, aluminum is positively charged. So we have to write it first. So Al2. And oxygen is 3, so O3. Al2O3 is aluminum oxide. Okay. Everyone getting the point now?
Yes, sir, getting.
Yes. So
Yes.
this is the way we can decide the product. So who has
Okay, sir.
asked this question? I think Prahar sir, no?
No, sir.
Then Rashul.
No, sir.
Then who has asked that out?
It was me, sir.
Huh?
It was me, sir.
Name?
Hemant,
Hemant.
sir.
Yes.
Yes.
Hemant. So you got the point, Hemant?
Yes, sir.
Yes. Any doubt here?
No, sir.
Okay. Good. Okay, so beta, we have completed almost our time. Okay. So I will upload that video today so that you can go through whenever you want. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. Bye bye.
Thank
Thank
you,
you,
sir.
sir. Bye, sir.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.